Welcome to Business Report. The Corporate Affairs Commission says the Company in Allied Matters Act CAMA 2020 is meant to achieve the federal government's objective on the ease of doing business and provide for better disclosure, transparency and accountability by registered entities, among others. Registrar General of the CAC, Garba Abubakar, said this at a webinar organized by Siemens Cooper and Law Pavilion with the theme Ease of Doing Business in Nigeria, with special focus on CAMA 2020. Abubakar says the new law has several provisions which aid the use of doing business in Nigeria, while the Chief Executive Officer of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, Babatunde Irukere, gives insight on how the CAMA 2020 intercept on material influence and the FCCPC's jurisdiction. The Manufacturers Association of Nigeria shares some concerns as they affect the rail sector.
But we have introduced new provisions that has actually eased the burden on applicants when they want to register. One, the mandatory requirement that a legal practitioner must deposit a declaration that the requirement of the law has been complied with has been made optional. The law has introduced a statement of compliance similar to what they have in the UK, where the applicant or his agent can sign that statement, and that will suffice for the purpose of compliance with the requirements of the law.
In the sense that there's now visibility into what really we're looking to do. If you're looking to try and determine where control comes, the beneficial owner concept was a potential impediment sometimes for those who are trying to gain control. And one of the things you're going to see a lot in the technology sector is undertakings who are kind of going around picking small bits as they go everywhere and having a very complex shareholding and ownership structure that ultimately can wrong foot even the best of regulators. And so having a beneficial owner registry clarifies that space and reinforces what our work is and our collaboration with the Corporate Affairs Commission.
We look at Section 18, which has been talked so much about single shareholding. We believe that if gazetted and began implementation, this section will ease the registration process and give promoters of businesses more control over their companies, and that will encourage more investors into Nigerian economy. Section 27 talks also about authorized share capital, which we also believe that promoters do not need to pay for allocate shares that are not needed at the time of incorporation.
Meanwhile, the organizers give a historic perspective on the Companies in Allied Matters Act in Nigeria, while the Special Advisor to the President on Ease of Doing Business, Dr. Jumoke Oduwole, gives insight on what the Presidency is doing in reducing bottlenecks in regulatory hurdles.
So we work on the ease of doing business, how comfortable it is for businesses to operate in Nigerian business climate, the speed, how fast is it? So we're talking about CAC today, how fast are the processes? I saw some of the comments about the portal, I saw some of the comments about the courier services. So we track things like that and we engage the MDAs very vibrantly on that. We also talk about transparency issues. So governance, rent-seeking behavior, corruption. So those are things. We have a partnership with ICPC because we have report.gov.ng. You can see it in my background there. So that's a report mechanism.
We can say confidently that we're on a path towards brighter days for business in Nigeria. For small, for big, and for the investors, for all stakeholders. The new CAMA heralds the modernized regulatory environment that improves the ease of getting business done in Nigeria.
CAMA 2020 was signed into law by President Muhammadu Buhari in August 7, 2020, and it has received knocks from NGOs and religious groups who describe it as repressive.